crossroads, I fell down on my knees. I went to the crossroads and I fell down on my knees. I asked that Lord above, forgive me. Ooh, won't you forgive me, please? Oh, I went down to the crossroads. I tried to flag a ride. Well, I went down to the crossroads, tried to flag a ride. Where all my friends, they seem to know me, but they just passed me on by. Oh, standing at the crossroads, I look east and west. Well, I'm standing down at the crossroads and I look east and west. Now ain't it hard to tell, it's hard to tell which one gonna treat you the best. Oh, sun going down, look like not gonna catch me here. You know that sun going down, look like not gonna catch me here. Ain't got no loving sweet one, oh, to feel my care. Sun going down, you can tell my friend boy Willie Brown. You can tell my friend boy Willie Brown. I'm going back down to the crossroads, believe I'm sinking down.
Well, welcome back to the RCD show, folks. Tell me about that song, and just tell me about that song.
Yeah, sure. That's the Crossroad Blues. Crossroad Blues, written by Robert Johnson, which was recorded about 1935 down at the Gunther Hotel in San Antonio.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Before you or I, either one, was born.
Yeah, I think that's right. I need to check my records, but I think that I was born in '68. And I'll ask my mom, because she would know. And that particular song is a song that I have been listening to for a very long time. When I first started to pick up and play the acoustic guitar, I got exposed to some country blues. I think I first heard that song in the public library in Kansas City. I didn't have any sort of cultural connection to it. I'm a white kid from the suburbs, and I stumbled upon it going through stacks of records that you could listen to for free. And it sounded so different than anything that I was hearing on the radio at that time, or the other music that I'd been exposed to, that it caught my imagination. And it seemed to have a deeper truth that was more powerful than the super complicated progressive rock that was on the radio at the time.
How old was you?
I was born in '68, and I think that makes me 26.
26.
Yeah, I'm 26. And you know, at the time when I was listening to the radio, there was a lot of progressive rock bands like Yes and Journey, and you know, like they were great bands. They're really great musicians, and they had some deep pockets for production, and they made some gorgeous music. But it wasn't as immediate and as human as the music that I hear in Robert Johnson's recordings that I still listen to years later. And I feel like I've been trying to play them my whole time as a musician, you know, to try to understand and get inside those songs. It wasn't because I have a cultural connection to them. I'm a white kid from the suburbs, But in that music, there is something so real and so human that it's the North Star for me. You know, I wish to make something that is that
It's very authentic.
touching and powerful.
I want to mention, just before I forget it, before the show ends, that, you know, I personally have I like everything you do, I have forever, but there's that one song, Red Dress.
Mm-hmm.
I almost always start almost all of my sculptures with that. You know, I come out and I sit down and I turn on my fire and I kind of look into it and wait for an image to hit. And then about 2 or 3 minutes into that process, I'll hit my iPad and turn on my big speaker, and and then you'll come blasting out, and that song just wakes me up, right? And it's a highly energetic song. It really just gets and then in the next few minutes, or less than that, in the next minute or two, the image congeals, and then I take off, and I listen to everybody after that, But I've got it set up where you kick that off, and I've made a lot of some of my best work with you right there, sitting next to me, kicking it off. Someday you got to come to my shop,
Yeah.
and just rock out a little while I work. That'd be one of my dreams. That really would. This has been so fun. I'm just on behalf of everybody out there. Thank you for coming. And I fooled around and said you got to come back and all online. We would be honored anytime you want to come back to have you. And please feel welcome, and we hope you do.
Oh, I certainly had a good time, and the commute was probably as easy as any of the commutes that I've ever done.
Well, have show, we'll travel to it.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.